So the facts are climate is changing, it is us, and number 3, it is bad, mostly bad. There's a couple of good things. There are a couple of good things. If you live way up north, it is getting warmer, but it's mostly bad. What type of bad? Well, here's kind of the problem. If you're writing a book about global warming, if you're making a movie about global warming, if you have a website about global warming, what's the one thing everybody wants to put on the cover? The polar bear. And if that's the only thing that we think is affected by climate change, which it is, then why should we take it that seriously? But the reality is, after the polar bear, we're next. How are we so vulnerable to a changing climate? Well, we have very variable weather. This is normal climate, and then this is Texas climate. But what we don't realize is that all of our infrastructure, all of our buildings, all of our energy and water planning, all of our agriculture is built on the assumption that you can have hot and cold, wet and dry, but it's all going to average out in the end. That is the assumption that our entire society is built on. What happens if that assumption is no longer valid? 9 times out of 10, climate change is not bringing a bizarre plague of locusts like you've never seen before. 9 times out of 10, it is taking something you are very familiar with already and it is exacerbating it, putting it on steroids. Example, hurricanes, a normal part of life in the Gulf of Mexico. They are getting stronger because of warmer ocean water. Remember how much more heat is going into the ocean? Over 90% of the total heat trapped by that extra blanket is going into the ocean. What's it doing there? It's powering stronger hurricanes. We've always had heat waves, but the heat waves are getting stronger. In Australia, they had to add a new color to their temperature map. That purple in the middle is 54 degrees Celsius. It's 129 Fahrenheit, and they used it again after they added it. Here in Texas, our rainfall is getting more extreme. Why? Because in a warmer world, water evaporates faster. Along comes a storm, there's more water vapor for it to pick up and dump on us. And similarly, when a natural drought comes along and it's hotter, water evaporates faster out of our lakes and reservoirs and streams and soils, and the droughts are longer and stronger as well.